The silent killer. How does prejudice turn into genocide? The term genocide was coined in 1944 by the Polish lawyer Raphael Lemkin. He constructed it from the Greek word genos, meaning race or tribe, and the Latin word cide, meaning killing. His aim was to describe the crime of destroying a group of people not only through killing individuals, but also by dismantling their identity, culture, and social institutions altogether. For Lemkin, genocide was not merely a mass killing, but a coordinated plan designed to destroy the essential foundations of the life of a national group, with the ultimate aim of annihilating it psychologically, culturally, economically, and physically. The modern legal definition, enshrined in the 1948 United Nations Convention, identified genocide as any act committed with the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. This includes killing members of the group, causing them serious bodily or mental harm, deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group, or forcibly transferring children from one group to another. The Holocaust under the Nazis provides the most infamous historical example. Anti-Semitism had been widespread in Europe for centuries, but when Hitler came to power in 1933, he began implementing his ideas systematically. The Nuremberg Laws of 1935 stripped Jews of citizenship and banned marriage with non-Jews. In 1938, Kristallnacht marked a state-sponsored attack on Jewish homes and businesses. In 1942, during the Wannsee Conference, the Nazis decided upon the final solution: the systematic extermination of Europe's Jews through concentration camps and gas chambers. By the end, around 6 million Jews had been murdered in one of history's most horrific genocides. Defining genocide has always been fraught with difficulty. The convention itself was criticized from the outset. Terms such as serious mental harm were vague, and the definition excluded political and social groups or classes, such as those who suffered mass killings under Stalin in the Soviet Union. There has also been persistent debate about sovereignty. Does the international community have the right to intervene when a state commits genocide against its own citizens? Despite the lessons of the Second World War, genocide did not end in 1945. Cambodia under the Khmer Rouge between 1975 and 1979 saw around 2 million people, including intellectuals, minorities, and political opponents, killed in the infamous killing fields. In Bosnia between 1992 and 1995, the Srebrenica massacre saw over 8,000 Bosnian Muslim men and boys murdered by Serb forces, an atrocity later classified as genocide by the International Court of Justice. Rwanda in 1994 witnessed the fastest genocide in history. In just 100 days, extremist Hutus killed around 800,000 Tutsis. In Darfur, Sudan since 2003, government forces and allied militias known as the Janjaweed have been accused of genocidal acts against non-Arab communities, including mass killings, starvation, and systematic rape, with violence continuing to this day. More recent accusations have focused on Xinjiang, China, where since 2017, many governments and international organizations have accused Beijing of carrying out cultural genocide against the Muslim Uyghurs. The allegations include mass detention in re-education camps, forced sterilization, birth prevention policies, erasure of cultural and religious identity, and forced labor. China denies these claims, insisting the measures are part of its fight against extremism. In Myanmar, meanwhile, the military has been accused of genocide against the Muslim Rohingya minority in Rakhine State since 2017, with villages burned, killings, and systematic rape forcing more than 700,000 people to flee into Bangladesh. Genocide, then, is not a crime confined to the past. Its definition has evolved from an understanding of mere mass killing to a recognition that the destruction of culture and identity is just as central. Yet, despite the existence of international laws criminalizing genocide, political challenges, particularly the principle of state sovereignty, and disputes over precise definitions, make prevention and punishment immensely difficult. The tragedies of Darfur, Xinjiang, and the Rohingya show that the threat of genocide remains a very real and enduring danger in our contemporary world.